Okay, let's see if this is actually working right. Heroes, unite! Okay, first things first, I'm gonna get these people that are on my Discord unmuted, and then explain everything. Okay, you guys are unmuted, but yeah. Anyways,
more like you're
more like what?
More like you're undeafened.
Yeah, well, either way, unlike the normal thing, I'm gonna be talking for the most part because this is more or less a public service announcement. But basically, to those watching the stream, I thought I'd let y'all know that just a few days ago, I was victim to one of the worst cases of cyberbullying possible, to the point to where this person, whose name will remain anonymous, but since that person is also a subscriber of mine, you know who you are. And like I told you, you messed with the wrong person. Put simply, he recorded something without my permission. He then proceeded to insult my family using multiple kinds of profanity. I would say every kind, but that's a bit too much. And believe me, I may be a non-violent person, but I don't think if he had used all of that, I don't think he would even be, and I really say this not as a so-called threat, but as a warning, because I know sometimes I'm incapable of controlling my anger. But I don't think he would have been alive at this point to even be able to defend against that. Because I'm not standing for it. What's worse, his entire channel is based on bullying people with autism. And I'm not going to take it. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you are. I don't care your age. I don't care your gender. I don't care your race, I don't even care your religion. And I do not, under any circumstance, even care about your species. You will not, under any circumstance, ever, and I mean ever, get away with bullying someone. Doesn't matter if they have ADHD. Doesn't matter if they have OCD. Doesn't matter if they have bipolar or any other mental disorder. Doesn't matter if it's just something simple as they stub their toe and are crying about it. You do not, I repeat, you do not make fun of someone for any reason in the omniverse. And you do not involve that person's parents. You do not involve the person's grandparents. That person who did it knows what they've done wrong. And they have the video on YouTube. Right now it's unlisted. Now I would actually go and give the link, but it has some pretty bad language, and I don't want every bit of my subscribers knowing. But I will say this. If you know the person and are a subscriber of mine, do whatever it takes to get the message to that person. I don't care at this point if you have to track them down or call authorities. I don't care if you have to be friends with them and suffer problems just to help me. Do whatever you think is necessary to help the problem. Because I am not going to stand for bullying anymore. Cyberbullying, normal bullying, workplace bullying, even bullying in other realities. I don't care what has caused it. I don't care why it's happening, but it needs to stop, and it needs to stop now. It doesn't matter why someone has done something. You don't have any right to bully someone. Oh, and for those people who want to try to bully me later, you can ask the person on here, which I know he's probably going to kick me in the butt for saying one of these days, Alex. You can ask him and he'll vouch for me when I say You mess with the bull, you get the stampede. I may be a calm individual, but trust me when I say you do not want to get on my bad side. If you're an ally of mine, I'll be your ally even to the extent of risking my life. But if you're an enemy, I will fight you to the bitter end. Given, I will do everything I can to make you a friend. But I will not hesitate to use force and use violence if push comes to shove and I need to. I will do everything I can to avoid that. But if push comes to shove, and that is the final result, I will not hesitate to do it. Believe you me. And you can ask Alex, right, Alex?
Yeah, I still say it should be get the horns of the stampede, but meh.
They get the whole entire stampede, horns or not.
I still say it should be said horns of the stampede.
Well, either way, the point still remains, they are not going to get away with it. I don't stand for bullying. I don't care why you bully someone. And for those who want to try to do it later, like making memes about me or putting or altering my content and putting it elsewhere, if anyone sees any piece of content out there, like my mom has said, if you see something, say something. Don't just report it to me, report it to the authorities. Whatever authorities you think is necessary, you report it to all of them and then some, even the ones you don't think will help. Because I'm not going to stand for it. Any content of mine that is not specifically stated on here or that I can specifically vouch for, any content that falls into that category, first and foremost, contact me via my Discord link in the description. And I'll gladly even talk via voice chat if push comes to shove, so we can make sure we're on the same page. And, for clarification, show my picture. Because I know, chances are, if there's one person who did this to me, there might be others who might go further and actually attempt to pretend to be me, either by voice changes or by other things. Now, I will gladly do whatever it takes to prove whether it's me or not. But if you see something, unless it is specifically posted on my channel, and it specifically said with my name, and when you click it, you specifically get my channel, and everything is 100% the same, then, unless it's on there, or I have told you verbally, or you're on my Discord and are able to contact me, or my friend Alex, who goes by a different name, you can ask for him on Discord, or you can, or I guess I could give it to you. What, Alex?
You'll know me by the two Taurus symbols and 108's KH3.
Well, that is unless you want of these days, like after KH3, you change your name. But the point I'm trying to...
I already know what to change it to, but that's a surprise. It'll still do KH3, and it'll still have the Taurus symbols.
Well, either way, the point I'm trying to make is if they want to know you and you don't actually mention, you can ask. But put simply, if it's not stated by me directly, either by a video or by me actually having a conversation with you, and put simply, if I don't say it directly to you, either via a normal conversation or via a video, or I type it out and then you're sure it's me, like 100% sure with not a bit of a doubt, then it's not me. And if you see something with my face or anything associated with my channel, like a meme or a video, unless it's on my channel, under my name, and you're 100% sure that it's me. By the way, I was holding the fingers up like that. I know that's probably irrelevant, but that's just me. But anyways, if that happened, unless it's on there and falls into the categories I mentioned, then it's not me. Simply put. And if it's not put up by me, then here's what I want you to do. 1, report it to me first and foremost. And I'm saying that because you don't want to go and, let's say, Alex or one of my other subscribers got it and quoted it from a video or a conversation with me, and then you report it, you could get someone in trouble who doesn't need to be. But if it cannot be confirmed by me directly, and I'm saying that because sure, you can technically go back onto a video and check, but let's be honest, people can edit a video to make it sound and seem like anything's true. So someone could easily just edit a video and make it seem like I said something which I didn't. I highly doubt anyone will, unless they really want to get messed with some authority figure, because if I find out, oh, trust me, I will do whatever it takes to get that person properly punished. Even if I do something wrong, I will do whatever it takes to get punished properly. And Alex can vouch for that. Right?
I respect that.
Unfortunately.
What?
So, if you see something, please inform me immediately. If you think that it might be fishy or are having any doubts that it might be me, even if you think in your mind, oh, this is perfectly so-called legit or legitimate as I prefer to say it. I can't stand the shortened version. I mean, there's nothing wrong. I just don't like saying it. But either way, if you see something like that, I have no problem with you contacting me on Discord to double check to see if that info is correct. But I will warn you, make sure you get a hold of me and it's not some faker trying to be me. Because I'm sure there are people like that out there. Because I know that's happened to many famous YouTubers, which the only one I have right now of a current example is the TDM. And not just on Discord, multiple social medias. As I should have stated in many of my videos, currently Discord and YouTube are the only social medias I have. Apart from Skype, but I haven't used this thing in so long, I don't even remember my password or anything, or any sign-in information, let alone my username, so I wouldn't even be able to tell you if you're contacting me or not. Plus, I don't even know if Skype still works on this computer or not, so there's that. But simply put, if you see any content of mine on any website other than YouTube and Discord, it's an automatic, not mine. However, if the thing is stated by someone who claims to be a fan, I would recommend you either contact me on YouTube, contact me on Discord, or contact me via my email to double check and confirm. So if you see something, say something. And that doesn't just apply to me, that applies to us all. I don't know about you guys out there, but I for one say enough is enough. Bullying needs to end. Just simply put, bullying needs to stop. And if you're with me, now all I gotta say is join this channel. Do everything you can to help support this channel, because I actually have a plan, and that is once I get 1,000 subscribers, whenever that is, my plan, which I am going to read directly from my Discord message area, is this. Let me see if I can find it first and foremost. Okay, way too far on my Discord. Seriously?
Things get lost in messages, you know.
Which is why I have a search system.
That's why
I don't time off. There's the cord. Little stiff, but it'll work.
This is dead.
Here we go. If you help me reach 1,000 subscribers so I can start earning money, I promise that once I pay my papa back the $11,000 that I owe him, though technically it's like 13,000 or whatever, I'll gladly give you some of the profit that I make as thanks. Just let me know how much via direct message on Discord or via email, and we'll work something out from there. And then it goes on to explain stuff in the Discord, which is irrelevant to say. Mainly what my YouTube name is, and to copy and paste the stuff to friends and whatnot. And simply put, some people may say I'm bribing my subscribers. But honestly, I don't have much of a need for money in the first place. And I want to help all those who need help. So if you or a loved one has ever been bullied or ever suffered any pain or needs some money for whatever reason, help me get to 1,000 subscribers, and I promise you, from the bottom of not my heart, not my soul, but the bottom of my entire family tree, I will give you the money. Whatever it takes to help, I'll do it. I'll even donate to a charity if you want. Just all I need is y'all's help to get the word out that bullying needs to stop. Doesn't matter if you have autism or not, it needs to stop, and it needs to stop now. Enough's enough. I, for one, am not going to deal with this. So I hope that my message gets out in there. And to all those within the sound of my voice, hear me and hear me now. If you are an ally, I will stand and fight with you till the end of time. If you are an enemy, I will make sure, one way or another, you get what's coming to you. Even if I have to do it myself. Now, I'm not out for revenge, and I'm not going to do evil for evil, under any circumstance. In fact, it doesn't matter if you're good or evil. I will always do what I can to make sure everyone gets what they deserve. Whether it be proper punishment or proper reward, I'll make sure everyone gets what they deserve. And I will do everything I can to help others. And since I know that everyone in life has, for one reason or another, been bullied, I say now, more than ever, is the time for us to come together and make a change. This needs to end, and this needs to end now. So if you hear my cry, well, like my motto states on here, heroes unite! Let's get the job done and get rid of bullying. And I even found out just a few days ago, or maybe just 2 days ago. Well, now if they're saying that out loud, that is a few days. But anyways, I found out just yesterday or a few days prior or whatever, I'm too stressed out to even remember, that there isn't even any law against bullying someone with autism. And I say there should be. Because enough's enough. If we don't stop this bullying, who knows what's going to happen? It's been the result of everything from suicides to school shootings to even just someone ripping up their clothes. It's caused so many bad and painful things in life. Who knows what is happening that's not even been reported yet? In fact, as far as I'm concerned, It's also the reason for things like World War I, World War II, and literally every type of war that has happened in the history of ever. Of course, don't quote me on that. Some might have been from other stupid reasons. But the point is, bullying is not helping. It needs to stop, and it needs to stop now. Now, I'm sure everyone on this world has suffered some form of pain, even if it's just simply as small as stubbing your toe to something as big as someone threatening you. It's pain nonetheless. It needs to end. And for all the governments that have ever existed since the beginning of Bible times, governments can only do so much. It's up to the rest of the citizens to do something about it. And I say now more than ever, we need to take a stand. And we need to show the bullies that they are not the boss of us. Even if said bullies are in our government. Given I am not under any circumstance condoning something stupid like overthrowing the government, but I am saying that if the government is mistreating you, do something. Don't just stand there and take the abuse. Do something. Because this needs to end. Doesn't matter who is being mean to you. If someone's doing something you don't like, you have the right to stand up. And if you don't, well, that's just not right, period. As a very famous hero said, which if you're a Transformers fan, you'll know who I'm meaning, freedom is the right of every sentient being. And that means no one on Earth or elsewhere, heaven, hell, Jupiter, Mars, Pluto, you name it, no one has the right to take that away from you. And if they do, they are more in the wrong than you will ever be, as far as I'm concerned. Given if something is bad and technically a sin, all sin is sin. We humans may have our own personal opinion on this sin is more intense than this one, and this one's less intense than that one, but overall, that doesn't even matter. It's still sin. It's still bad. Point blank. It doesn't matter. Just simple as that. It doesn't matter. We need to do what we need to do to get this fixed. If you see someone else being bullied, stand up for them. It doesn't matter if you're just learning to walk and talk, or if you're like 90-something years old and crippled to a wheelchair. There are three things that will always remain true under every circumstance. 1, you should never stand for being bullied. 2, if you see someone else being bullied, you need to stand up and defend them. And 3, you should never bully anyone yourself, no matter what the case. Because simple as that, evil needs to stop. Now, I'm sure that I've said this at least 20-something times, but I cannot emphasize it enough. Via any language in the entire Omniverse. Even ancient Cybertronian wouldn't be able to explain it enough. I could speak in every language, and it wouldn't even come to halfway explaining it enough. This needs to end, and it needs to end now. All I gotta say is to those out there suffering any pain, well, all I gotta say is to every being out there, hear my call. If you are feeling any pain, or know someone else who has, don't just stand there and take it. Stand up, take action, and get it to stop. But don't, under any circumstance, do something that's worse or equal to what the other person is doing. Like if someone, I don't know, like if someone punches you, you don't punch them back. That doesn't solve anything. I would say violence solves nothing, but I've seen many occasions where violence is the only response. But I will say this. Always, always, always strive to find a solution without violence. Do your best to avoid violence, but if it needs to happen, don't ever let your anger control you, and don't just go crazy with violence and then end up hurting someone you care about. And not only that, but for all those who have suffered any kind of pain, or know someone who has. Because I actually have a family member who has leukemia, and that's also considered pain. If anyone out there has had an issue like that, feel free to email me, contact me on my YouTube channel, contact me on Discord, and I will gladly pour all my time, effort, and energy into helping. I don't care who you are, I'll do what I can to help. And I will not stop until I have done everything in my power to help, and then some. I will do everything from contacting the proper authorities, to finding a way to get money to help, to even going down to wherever you are myself and helping myself, to even something as simple as praying. You name it, I'll do it. So long as it's not a sin, but that's a given. I mean, I have the name Hero Fan Number 1 for a reason. And it ain't just for show, let me tell you. It's to let people know that I'm here to help. I've dedicated my entire life to learning everything and anything there is to being a hero. And one constant, heroes don't stand for evil. We don't lose, and we always stand up for what is right. We always defend each other and ourselves. And we all have our fears to conquer. So all I gotta say is, now's the time to ask yourself, are you going to keep letting yourself be pushed around by those who bully you and dislike you? Or are you going to take a stand and do something about it? Are you just going to sit around and watch the world crumble before your eyes? Or are you going to stand and try to bring it closer together? And are you going to stand down and watch anyone, be it a loved one, stranger, or an enemy, be hurt and punished unjustly? Or are you going to do what you can to help them? Well, I can't stand to see anyone punished. I truly can't. I know that it's a necessary part of life. And sometimes in order to learn, you have to be punished. Even me. I hate to admit it, but it's the truth. If you do something wrong, you deserve to be punished. However, it's not our human, as a human, it's not our place to say who should be punished, why should they be punished, and how they should be punished. Because overall, that's God's decision. He decides when, how, where, and why a person gets punished. But it does not mean we can't have our opinions about it, and it does not mean that we can't state our opinions. We are entitled to our opinions as much as everyone else. So all I gotta say is, for those questions I asked, if you agree with what I said about those questions, then all I gotta say is, and I know there might be some people out there who will completely disagree with this, but I think this is a message worthy of this. And I normally kick myself in the face, metaphorically speaking, mainly because it's physically impossible unless I'm like a zombie and can rip my leg off. Plus, that would be self-harm, which is sin in its own right. If you agree, then for those on Discord chat, when I get done talking, say amen. And for those who are on Discord, and for those that are, like the video. And for those who haven't subscribed, do that as well. Spread this video to anyone and everyone you meet. Even if you have to sit down and let them watch it on your device, so be it. The more people who watch this, the better. We need this word spread. Because enough is enough. It needs to be done, and it needs to be done now. Now, we're humans. Sure, we have done things wrong, but we do not deserve to suffer in a constant state of pain. We may sin, and we may need to be punished. And while in some cases we deserve pain, we also deserve peace. Everything that happens, whether we want to admit it or not, everything that happens is something that we deserve when it comes to help. It said so on that part, at least, in the Bible. I cannot remember about the punishment, but I do know this much. As far as I'm concerned, any pain is from Satan, and any help is from God.
That means...
But still, and I'm guessing, Alex, that what I said you agree with. So I'm guessing that would be an amen from you.
Yeah, I was just... I agree, but I was just playing a little Pokemon Stadium, and apparently Dragonite's wing attack is stronger than Charizard's wing attack.
Okay, don't know what that had to do with this, but anywho, the point still remains, we're warriors, and we will not stand for this. And I think I speak for all beings, all humans at least, when I say we need better. We need a better life, and if our government's not going to provide it, then we need to provide it. We need to do what we can to help one another. Now, I agree. There are many religions in the world, and I must say, unless it's Christianity, I don't completely agree with the religions, because the Bible stated that trusting anyone other than God is a sin. In the sense of worshiping, at least. Not in the overall trust sense. And therefore, all religions, I would say except Christianity, however, that's not mentioned in the Bible. But my personal opinion on it is that Christianity is the only religion that's not a sin. However, just because I have an opinion on it, that does not make it true. Because I might be completely mistaken, and even Christianity might be a sin. What I do know is if you
Oh my word.
If you trust someone other than, or worship a being other than God and whatever, it's a sin. Well, other than Jesus, I'm still learning that myself. But what I do know is worshiping idols and denying God in any and all forms, that's a sin, point blank. However, being a jerk to the people who sin is just as bad as the initial sinner. Like, for instance, lying, that's a sin. Probably the best example of the situation. However, being mean to someone who is lying is just as bad as the lie itself. We should respect other people's differences, yet at the same time be allowed to explain our own opinions on the matter. And while, let's say someone who's
There we go.
like a Jew or a Buddhist or whatever talks to me, well, I'll be honest. I do not like their religion. It goes against God. However, that does not mean I'm going to be mean to the person. I'm going to listen to their side of the story. And honestly, I even listen to anything they have to say about their religion. I may not agree with it, but at least I'll listen to what they have to say, won't cut them off. Well, not because of that, I might end up doing it, but that's just because me.
I could do that.
But either way, I won't be rude about it. I'll let them explain their side, and I'll explain mine. That way, both of us get a chance to explain why we do stuff and our opinion on the matter. But still, sure, we may have different religions, but overall, one thing that is true for all humans, irrelevant of religions, is this: we all want peace, we all want freedom, and we all want equality. So all I have to ask, why can't we just shut up with all the arguing and all the fussing and all the complaining and just get on with the doggone goal? So what if we have different opinions on how to get it? Overall, we're still striving for the same thing: freedom, peace, and equality. It doesn't matter who's right and who's wrong in that sense. That's what we're going for. So let's just get it over and done with already. Everyone is entitled to their opinions. Not everyone may like everyone else's opinions, but that doesn't mean that they can't have them. I mean, come on, people. Let's be sensible here. There are a type of being known as a Neanderthal. And I'm pretty sure Neanderthals had more intelligence than we do. I mean, seriously.
That one there.
If what I've learned in history is true, they're the ones that discovered fire. Probably by a few of them getting electrocuted. And sure, I can understand you saying, well, hey, getting electrocuted was stupid. Yeah, well, all I gotta say is it as stupid as trying to nuke someone over a political disagreement? Neanderthals may have been stupid, but they weren't that stupid. At least they understood the concept of equality. And you may argue, but they probably argued over to me. Well, sure. What animal doesn't? The point I'm trying to make is they solved the argument pretty quickly, rather than like us humans, where we end up dragging it on for several years on end. Some of us, several centuries. I mean, I'm not saying that you have to agree and get along with every person you meet. I'm just saying don't be a jerk about it. And I will admit, in all other beings other than humans, usually stuff like the other animals on the planet, like ants, moose, geese, sheep, birds, fish, you name it, usually they just solve a stupid argument by either spraying pheromones out at each other that give different messages, or by eating the other. But at least the argument doesn't carry on half their lifetime, and then several generations after.
Damn right, bro.
At least it... Also, for clarification, all I gotta say is I really hope that was not the cuss word that pretty much has the same pronunciation as a beaver home, because I am trying to keep this channel from having any foul language, and if it does, for those who are now hearing, I am sorry for the wording, but I can only control my own mouth. But either way, enough's enough. We need to take note of what the rest of nature is doing. Sure, we humans are not... We are not perfect. Simply put, we're not perfect. But that doesn't mean we have to be idiots. We may be stupid, but stupidity and idiocy are not the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, here's an example. Immaturity. You can be immature without being childish. And you can be childish without being immature. I mean, there are games known as M for mature. All I gotta say is, in those games, most of the things that make the game mature are very immature piece of content. To the point to where it's like, how is this even rated mature? Because if it was mature, it wouldn't be having that immature content. I mean, seriously, let's just put an end to this. Because enough's enough, people. We need to start working together. One of these days, we're going to tear this world apart. And we're already kind of doing it too. Now, I could go on for hours on end explaining everything that's wrong in the world. But that ain't going to solve it. We need to fix the problem at the core. And the problem is this. We have miscommunication issues. That's one. Two, everyone thinks they're right and then doesn't bother listening to the other's side. And three, so many of us are jerks that we don't even realize that we're jerks. I mean, seriously. And what's worse, all this knowledge that I'm stating, I have known innately since, well, literally since I existed. It's bigger instinct than, well, breathing.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, this is ridiculous, people. Come on. Just because you are stupid doesn't mean you have to be an idiot.
Damn right.
I mean, seriously. There's so many other ways to solve problems. Every problem has an infinite number of solutions. All we gotta do is take the time to find them instead of passing the blame and screaming our heads off at one another and more or less shooting each other with words or actual projectiles. It's not amounting to anything other than more and more pain. You don't solve a problem by doing the thing that is what caused the problem to begin with.
So you're saying we shouldn't have wars?
Well, overall, we shouldn't really have wars at all, except against Satan himself.
Yeah.
There's no point in wars at all. Besides, most of them are over just a civil disagreement, like, hey, I want you to pay money. No, we're not going to pay it. Okay, we're just going to nuke your town. That ain't how you fix a problem!
Yeah,
or maybe something like, hey, I don't like your religion, so I'm just going to blow up everyone in your religion. Well, we didn't even do anything to you! So what? You have a religion. You just don't do that. And like, here's an example. Sometimes in this house I'll be too cold or too hot. Well, let me put it this way. Let's say you're hot. You're not going to go and turn the heater on and stand in front of a fireplace if you're hot. Just like if you're cold, you're not going to go running around in the snow in shorts. But that was what caused you to get cold to begin with.
I think everyone does.
You don't fix your problems by doing the thing that you know caused the problem.
But I love the cold.
Well, still, but the point I'm trying to make is you don't get warmer by getting colder. Cold is called cold because it's not heat. And heat's called heat because it's not cold. If heat was cold, then cold would be heat. Not heat equals heat and cold equals cold. You don't fix the problem by doing the thing that caused the problem. Here's an example. When I was younger, I ate so much cheese, it actually got me constipated. I'd explain the whole story, but it's a bit graphic. And I don't want the whole viewer discretion is advised thing on my channel, and especially not this video, because everyone needs to hear. But simply put, I was constipated, had to go to the hospital.
Bloody hell.
I did not make the decision, oh hey, once I get home, I'm just going to stuff myself with cheese again. Especially since I just figured out too much cheese causes constipation. Or that's like you're going to the bathroom a lot right after you drink water. You don't keep drinking the water to get yourself to stop going to the bathroom when that's what's causing you to go to the bathroom. You don't do the thing that caused the problem.
Yeah.
It's like you don't rob a bank hoping that it'll... And let's say you're on probation or something and you've robbed the bank or whatever.
Oh,
you don't rob a bank again to get you to stop going to jail. That's just going to make you go to jail even more. If there's a problem, you solve it. You don't do the thing that caused the problem to begin with. Completely defeats the purpose of causing a problem. Or fixing the problem, I mean. Sorry, I'm getting my words all messed up. But still, we need to work together. Not just think, oh, I know better than you, so I'm going to do it my way. So what? I'm going to do it my way. And let's be in the middle. Okay. Then, well, what I mean is, you don't go, I do it my way. Well, your way's not good, I'll just do it mine. Your way's not good, I'll do it mine. Okay, since we can't agree, let's just blow each other up. No. What's supposed to happen is something like, oh, my way's better. No, mine's better. Okay, how about let's compromise? You do your way, I do mine, we meet in the middle, and if a problem happens, we fix it together. Not blow each other's faces up. Yes. Which, given in blowing up, the faces are probably your least concern, but still, you don't fix a problem by arguing until it just boils over. You fix a problem by working together. I learned most of that from, well, TV shows.
I learned most of it from Alfie Baker.
Well, how much more of this is there to get out of your system, just out of curiosity?
That's pretty much it. But it's just, ugh, why do people do stupid stuff? That's all I gotta say. People are idiots. And that's coming from me. But
you're just now realizing this?
No, I've realized it. I just can't seem to get the message across to the rest of the planet.
And you won't.
Well, still. But anyways, that's all I'm going to say for this thing, guys. Let me see if I can... Okay, and here we go. So, bye. See you later. And please try to get this word out to everyone, because it doesn't even need to be on my channel. If you find another video that more or less states the same thing as me, go for it. I mean, you can make your own video, for goodness sakes. More people who know about this, the better. I don't even care. And just for clarification, I'm not in this for glory or whatever. I'm in this because enough's enough. We need to do something. I mean, come on, people. But still, as stated, for the most part, I've gotten all of it out of my system. It's just like, just get the stupid message. But anyways, bye guys. But yeah.
Later, bro.
Okay.